Hey Brett, wanted to show you some work that I've been doing on layout. This is incomplete because every time we touch it, I have to retouch all the layout stuff. So I'm just doing one little bit at a time. Um, what I'm doing is I'm looking at the image in Adobe Acrobat, page display, two-page scrolling. You can also use two-page view. This gives you the view of the book as if it were open. And there's a lot of extra space, as you can see. This is on a 8.5 by 11 size page in Adobe, and we're going to print on 6 by 9. So the surface area of the page, there's a lot of white stuff, and that's just because of the 8.5 by 11 sheet that it's printed on. So it's not going to be, your book is going to be trimmed. So there's going to be right here a lot of area in the middle where the book spine is going to be, and so you have a wider margin here in the middle. And I take this edge out as far as I'm able. I just wanted to show you the layout. I have a suggestion, a couple of suggestions actually. First thing you're going to notice is when we get to the chapter headings. For one thing, and please ignore the table of contents. Just make sure everything's on there that you want, but the formatting, um, the font, and I forgot to change the font whenever I updated it. So the book is supposed to start, or the chapter heading is supposed to start about halfway, three-fourths to halfway down the page, and the page ends about right here below this number 1. That's the bottom of the page, and all this is just extra space, like I said, because this is a slightly larger sheet of paper. So you're losing a lot of space here. What I was suggesting is that you put the runic alphabet, just one rune, in alphabetical order. It's basically serves as a number 1 or A in English, but I thought it'd be cool to have a rune on each chapter or each part page. So just going to scroll down here, you have this image, and I have this printing this is 14-point font in Times New Roman. I'm going to change it to either, or I recommend a change to either Adobe Garamond Pro, which is a beautiful font. The only thing about Adobe Garamond Pro is it's hard to see when you have bold lettering. The bold is still really light because it's a very fine font. Um, you might want to use Old Bookman style, and I can give you proofs for you to look at. But this is 1.25 line. I usually do 1.15 or 1.25, which is what I'm doing here. It just puts a little extra space between the line. It's not quite double space. It gives you a little bit longer book, and in my opinion, makes it a little bit easier to read. So let me know if you want me to do anything different on that. Let me know if you want this margin to go out. I could probably cut this in half, this margin space here, probably. Um, just scroll down here so you can see. I have all of your poetry. Man, it's been hard to typeset. Every time we change, this poetry should be um, about right here. I wanted it to be half the distance of your um, indentation of a regular paragraph, and every time we save it, it goes a little bit different. Let's see this right here is half the distance of your regular paragraph's indentation. So it's offset just a little bit to tell the reader it's poetry. So another thing to notice is I have your footnotes the same font size and the same structure as the text itself. So the way I'm doing your footnotes now, they basically follow your indentation on the first line, and then they follow your paragraph on the second line if there's a second line. See over here, and it's the same size and same spacing. So if you want a smaller size font or different spacing, like single spacing, let me know. I think it looks elegant like this. It's extremely easy to read whenever everything is the same size. So there's just still some stuff we need to clean up, but the book is getting pretty dead gum sharp. So let me know your thoughts, and I will talk to you soon.